Hey everyone, Dave here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, what I want to talk to you about is what gear substats you'll be looking for when you go into mid-game. Early on, if you have any good piece of gear from the right set, like let's say speed set, lifesteal or whatever, and it's a 5-star epic piece, probably it will go on someone because you don't have that many good pieces to start tuning your gear. But going into mid game, you should spend some time, and by some time I mean even weeks, in that first phase, or even at a week here or there, to start farming specific pieces, specific gear set to enhance your levels. Now you have 6-star champs with masteries. You want better gear on those champs to start beating higher areas of content. Nightmare Clan Boss, Dungeons stages 17 to 20, and all of that good stuff. So, this is targeted at mid game, going to mid game and then progressing into mid game. And I will have a separate video for mid game to end game and in game gear substats and what you'll be looking for. It's going to be a generic video on the most commonly used pieces, sets, I mean, and what stats you're looking for there. But of course, we won't be able to cover everything 100% with the exception, with niche use cases and all of that stuff. So keep that in mind. Okay. So this is my secondary account that I'll be giving away in a couple of days. So I thought it might be a good place to start. Okay, let me first close all of my gear. And this account hasn't been properly maintained, as I explained a couple of times. So if gear on this account deviates from what I'm telling you, stick to what I'm saying. Do what I say, not what I do, because I've been slacking a little bit on this one. Okay, so first gear set that we'll talk about is speed. Speed is good for everyone. For faster champs, like for Arbiter, for example, speed boosters, you can go with all speed set, 6 pieces of speed set. If we're talking about other champs, 2 pieces of speed with whatever other sets that you have, lifesteal or whatever, can go a long way into getting those speeds and tuning the team. Okay, so before we dig into that first set, I want to say some generic rules, and luckily, Plarium gave us the rank and rarity filter here. So, going into mid game, everything, all 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star pieces, all of this should be deleted from the account. You don't need these, they are a waste of space. So just sell them for silver. You might tell me that, but I have some good Lego 4-star pieces with some good stats from sets that I don't get so regularly. For example, like Immortal or Relentless. So my only exception to this rule, if it has good substats, at least 2 or 3, and it got a double roll, for example, on a good one, you might be considering to keep it for now, knowing that you might delete it later on. But as a generic rule, getting into mid game, all 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star, all of this should be sold immediately, okay, to clear some space. So we can start looking into substats from the 5-star and 6-star pieces. For 5-star gear pieces, if it's 5-star, now one of the main things you'll start doing going into mid-game is that if a certain piece, let's see if I have any example of this. Okay. If a certain piece, probably, let me move myself a bit because I'm blocking. Maybe, okay. I'll stay on that side for now. Okay, so what you're looking for here. You're looking for, at least, if it's a 5-star rare, you need the 2 subsets to be good ones. So for example, here, Narma needs accuracy. She's not built yet, but just humor me for now. So you need accuracy and crit rate. She can do damage on clan boss and stuff, so that's a good piece to keep. So you need the 2 substats on a 5-star rare piece to be good ones. If it has one like flat attack or flat HP Flat resistance can be useful, but not at mid game. This should be gone. Okay. One useful substat, it should be gone. You need two useful substats. What substats you're looking for on speed gear? Like I said, speed gear is good for everyone. You're looking for speed and accuracy for the buffers. You're looking for HP percent, and I'm not talking because some of these substats won't exist on the weapons, but HP percent, defense percent, and resistance for healers and support champs. What else? For nukers, for damage dealers, you're looking for crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent. So these are the good substats. I'll try as I'm talking while I'm editing the video to put those substats and stuff on the screen. But yes, so depending on which champs you're keeping, these are the substats you should keep in mind. For speed set, like I said, it's a bit tricky. You should keep a bit of everything because it's a very generic, useful set. For crit rate should only be on like damage dealers mostly. And if it's on a damage dealer, what are the substats we said we want on a damage dealer? We want crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent. If it's attack based champ, don't sell anything with HP percent or defense percent yet because if you have a Magnar, you will need those substats on him. Okay, so basically flat stats still go away. You're focusing more on crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent. Same for crit damage because it's also a damage dealer specific set. Accuracy is mostly on the buffers. So the only two substats that can be useful here will be accuracy and speed. Like you see here, this one probably I might consider. It has double rolls on speed and it has accuracy. But the HP flat substat is bad. Resistance is okay, but not at this level. So I might sell this piece. For this one, for example, I have double rolls on speed. I have HP percent, which is okay, substat, but I'm not having. So for me, this has only one straightforward useful substat. I might keep it for the speed, but later on it might be sold. This one also has only accuracy from what I need from the set. What I'm saying is generics. There is lots of exceptions. It depends on how many pieces. Like if I only have this piece with 14 speed, if I don't have any other fast accuracy set pieces, I might consider using it. So take my like advice with a grain of salt, depending on how lucky you were with farming gear. So accuracy set, what I'm looking for, accuracy and speed mostly. Resistance set, not useful during mid game. If you have some good pieces there, it might be useful in game or towards end game with Doom Tower Hard and everything. Usually on a resistance set, what you'd like to see, HP percent, defense percent, and resistance. Of course, speed is always good. You might need to build some speed into the champs anyway. So these are the stats you're looking for there. Lifesteal, mostly for your lifesteal champs. Who will be wearing lifesteal? Your damage dealers specifically for clan boss. And you might use them also in faction wars and stuff. Lifesteal is not useful for anyone who are not doing damage. Usually, and again, this is generic. Please keep this in mind. In the clan boss, we want some crit rate and crit damage, but we're focusing more on speed, accuracy, HP percent, and defense percent because the survivability of the theme is what makes a difference there. If we can get the chance to crit 100% crit rate, that's fine, but usually building them tanky is the priority here. Like if we check some of my clan boss champs, defense percent, you see, if I go to Farkin the Fat, defense percent, Turagi, defense percent. So I'm prioritizing defense percent or HP percent over crit rate and crit damage because that's how I would survive. Most of the damage will be done from masteries, from War Master or Giant Slayer procs, but survivability is paramount. So for lifesteal, that's the substats you're looking at. Speed, accuracy, HP percent, defense percent. Next good set would be Regen. Regen is good for your healers and revivers. Substats you're looking for there: HP percent, defense percent, and resistance, because you don't want them. The buff speed is always good. So even if I don't mention it on any of these sets, speed is always good. Okay. Shield is great. Definitely you want HP percent on shield, because the shield that the champ wearing that set puts out, it's built on their HP. So you want HP percent for sure. HP percent, HP percent, HP percent on everything if you can have it. Secondary to that, defense percent and resistance can be good there. But yeah, mainly HP percent. Relentless is a very versatile set. It can benefit a lot of champs. You'll get less pieces from Relentless because you can get only these from winning tournaments or placing in the first 2 places in tournaments. So be a bit cautious deleting Relentless set. Yeah, keep this in mind, but it's as generic as speed. So go back to whatever we said about speed, the speed set, and that's what you'll need there. Savage is very specific for nukers, damage dealers. So again, crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, or if you're building a defense-based or HP-based damage dealer, HP percent and defense percent instead of attack. Stun. So stun sets is a flat percent. So if we check, it has 18% chance to place stun debuffs, and this chance can only be increased by this mastery, which give you 5% more. So we're talking about 23% to apply stuns here, and this is a flat percent. No matter how much accuracy you have, it's always those 23%. So if you're building a champ with an AoE A1, like for example Soulbound Boyar, to use him as a stun champ, and you don't care about other stats, yes, if they have accuracy, if they have crit rate, whatever, it will be beneficial to do more damage or to apply other debuffs. But specifically for the stuns, it's a flat percent. So the main thing you want on a stun set is speed. Because thing is, you want that champ, if they got AoE hits that will apply stuns, like Senesha, for example, on her on both of her scales, except one. Yeah, so Senesha, let me just go there. So Senesha got an AoE A1. If I'm putting her in a stun set, the only thing I care about is that I need her to be fast, to keep hitting the enemy team and applying those stuns. So best substat for stun set is speed. Stalwart is for tanky builds. So again, HP percent and defense percent is paramount here. Reflex stat is used for your someone like Cold Heart or Geomancer or this type of champ. So it's versatile. Again, it's like Relentless in the sense of you might need all sorts of substats here. There again, what I said about speed. Curing, there's only a few examples of champs that can benefit from curing, like Rector's Wrath or Vogoth. And the main thing here is HP percent for the curing set to do its job. Cruel damage dealer set, so again, attack percent, crit rate percent, crit rate, and crit damage. And of course, speed is always good, as we're saying. Immortal for HP, HP percent, defense percent, resistance, speed is always good. Crit rate. So for the divine sets, it's exactly the same as we mentioned for the normal sets of the same type. Resilience, you're looking for defense percent, HP percent, and resistance. Perception is an accuracy, so accuracy and speed. It's also good for the buffers. Protection and stone skin, if you're getting these from Hydra, then you should focus on, for example, I think both of them, well, no, let me think about this for a sec here. For protection, this is for your support champs, so HP percent, defense percent, and resistance. For stone skin, you can put stone skin on anyone. So if it's on a support champ, you need HP percent, defense percent, and resistance. If it's on a damage dealer that you want in stone skin for a go second team, you need crit rate, crit damage, and whatever he's getting his damage from, attack percent mostly, or HP percent on defense percent. If it's on the buffer, then accuracy and speed. So that's how it goes. Again, what I said here, this is a very generic video about specific to mid-game, what gear sets and substats you're looking for. Generic rule, get rid of everything but 5-star and 6-star at this point. Again, this is generic, there is exceptions depending on how lucky you are with farming gear. And the good substats for all sets you're looking for is speed, accuracy for the buffers, crit rate and crit damage for nukers, and attack percent, HP percent, and defense percent, depending on what they derive their damage from, HP percent, defense percent, and resistance for your support champs, healer, revivers, and such. Did I miss anyone here? I guess we are covered for the generic rules here. I will release another video for mid-game towards in-game and in-game, what substats you'll be looking for there. Of course, don't be afraid dropping the axe and deleting gear. You'll find it much more difficult to maintain your inventory in good stats and removing crappy gear all the time. So keep it clean and keep farming gear. And I'll see you in the next one.